Today's episode is sponsored by Spartan Chemical Company. Family owned and operated since 1956, Spartan Chemical is a leading manufacturer of superior and cost-effective specialty chemical products sold through select, trusted distributors. Spartan Chemical makes clean simple. For more information, please visit spartanchemical.com. Today, I'm with Steve Ashkin, the founder of the Ashkin Group. You might know Steve as the father of green cleaning. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Jeff. So good to see you as always. And to our viewers, glad you will join us.
Yes, pleasure is mine. We're going to talk about an article you wrote for CMM Magazine on the capitalism of sustainability. But before we get into this, can you explain why you think this is such an important topic?
Well, I think that this is, as business people, right? We're not activists, we're not academics, right? We're not sitting around the barbecue with our friends and neighbors. This is about business for us. So what I'm really trying to talk about is that sustainability is really just about good business. And I might even suggest it's about smart business. And as we deal with sort of the outcomes of COVID and the challenges of hiring workers, we need to think smartly about what we're doing. And then we combine this with a couple of other factors, such as recognizing that as a global industry, we employ over 100 million workers, that we have a responsibility to take care of them. And then when we add on to this the operations of our tens of thousands of buildings, our warehouses, our offices, our manufacturing sites, our hundreds of thousands of vehicles, our delivery trucks, our sales cars, we recognize that we have huge impacts, and those impacts have serious financial implications as well. So the capitalism of sustainability is for us to get serious about the business case related to this issue.
Okay. Can you explain what capitalism has to do with sustainability?
Simple. It's about making money, right? Come on. And the thing that we really have come to understand about sustainability is a few things. One, and I'll get into the making money part, but the first and primary issue is to understand that it's being driven by our customers. Whether it's a commercial real estate customer who has investors that they need to satisfy, whether it's a building owner that's dealing with reporting requirements from their jurisdiction that they're in, whether it's their customers, the people purchasing their products or hiring new workers or whatever it happens to be, that it is really being driven by the marketplace. And then the other part simply is anytime we find more efficiencies in what we do, those savings drop right to the bottom line. So again, it really is about making money, saving money, and being smart business people.
Okay. So generally, when I think about capitalism, I think about making money or saving money, as you mentioned. How does that work? How can this capitalism of sustainability really help a company make or save money?
So there's two ways. One is it can help us increase the top line. You know, this is a time where there's a lot of interest in sustainability reporting, requests for sustainability information, et cetera, et cetera. And the fact is, most of your competitors are unprepared to address these things. So for those companies that are the early movers, that are more positioned, more prepared to be able to meet those customers' requests, it gives them a competitive advantage. For those who are aware of what it is, they can help educate their customers, they can prepare their salespeople, and they can do things right. So driving top-line sales, acquiring customers, retaining customers. But then sustainability, the first steps typically begin with how do we drive efficiencies? How do we drive waste out of what it is we're doing? So using greener products to minimize impacts on worker health, to eliminate those kind of costs. operating our vehicles more fuel efficiently, so we're using less fuels, which saves money. Operating our buildings more efficiently from an energy perspective, using less electricity, natural gas for heating, lighting, cooling, those things will drop money directly to the bottom line. Using less water, using less waste, all of those things. When we operate more efficiently, we save money, and that money drops right to the bottom line. Our competitors can't take it. We don't pay sales reps on it. We don't pay commissions on it. It is good money, and it is smart business.
Good information. So I get the capitalism part and agree what we're talking about is smart business. But when talking about sustainability, don't we have to talk about social issues?
Well, especially in the sector where our service providers and our in-house operators work, the answer is absolutely, positively yes. And this is actually one of the big differences between green cleaning and the move towards sustainability, is to thinking beyond just worker health and safety issues, to start thinking about other things that affect their lives, such as pay, right? Benefits, working conditions, training, and other things like injury rates and other things that make an impact on their lives. And again, with the challenges that we're having at the current time, being able to fill open positions, making sure that we're taking care of our existing workforce is incredibly important. And it also creates a foundation to differentiate ourselves again from our competition. Because if you're working in a building and you have less injured people, there's a better chance that you're going to be able to provide a better, more consistent service for your customer. So taking care of our workers is incredibly important. It's an essential part of sustainability reporting. Many of our members do a great job with it. And the other part about it is, in my opinion, there's a very small percentage of service providers that cheat, that pay workers cash under the table, that hire them as independent contractors so they don't have to pay some of the Social Security, other federal requirements for supporting them. And, these people cheat. Let's be honest. It's a small percentage, but we all know that it's happening. And if anyone wants to challenge me on this, let's have a debate about it. But the problem with this is it creates a challenge and disincentive for those members, those service providers that are actually trying to do the right thing. So being able to help our customers identify how the workers are going to get paid and what's going on, why some companies can give an unfair low price on a bid, will help all the companies. And again, especially those that are trying to take care of their workers and again, to do the right thing. But just a few months ago, there was a Department of Labor lawsuit against a meatpacking company that was hiring children labor. And these kids were young, like 14 years of age. They didn't have hair on their face. Some kids, mature really early. So we might think that, they were, of the right age. They were little kids. And that lawsuit, that didn't happen in some third world developing country. That happened here in the US. So this is a problem that we don't want to talk about, but it hurts everyone in our industry that's really trying to do the right thing. And we need to get to the bottom of it and make sure we're really protecting our members.
Agreed. So is there anything else to talk about with this capitalism of sustainability? By the way, that doesn't flow easy. Capitalism of sustainability.
Well, I thought of calling it, sustainability for capitalists. But part of what we have to do is first understand the underlying business issues before we're able to go and explain to our capitalist friends and customers why this is good. So we can work on what we call it, But the bottom line is it's an important issue. I appreciate ISSA's efforts along these ways. And for your viewers, I hope you'll consider joining ISSA Sustainability Initiative. We're trying to really delve into these issues, to really look at how ISSA and how this work can help educate our members, help create tools to make it easier for them to compete in the marketplace, report to their customers, and ultimately actually help operate more efficiently, more sustainably, and more successfully. So I hope that's the one thing that I hope people will consider doing. Jeff, perhaps you can, I know in the article we post the URL for the application. It's totally free. Maybe there's a way you can post it in this video, but I hope everyone will join and help us change the global cleaning industry and really do a better job protecting the 100 million people that we care for.